Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and I am back. I might be a little rusty. You have to let me know if I'm screwing this all up, but I think I'll get it pretty well figured out. So after my month-long break I took, where Caleb was running it and did a fine job on camera, as well as with the snakes, and Kurt was doing what he always does, editing and all of the rats, which, guys, if you're not taking care of your own rats, that's the biggest thing you can do to help your business, I promise. When you get to a certain size, breeding your own rats is a big key for a multitude of reasons. That's a topic for a different day. We'll save that one in our back pocket. We'll do another why breeding rats is important video for those of you starting out, when people tell you it's not, why it actually is one of the most important things that you can do for your business. Today we're going to do a couple clutch updates. We're going to do two of them. They're small clutches, clutch 14 and clutch 15. We'll update both of those for you. But I just got to say, man, it's good to be back. It's going to be back on camera. It's going to be back with y'all. I had a wonderful time. I think Kurt got COVID again. He's already coughing on camera and shit. But I did miss all this, you know. I cleared some things out of my brain from my previous career that needed cleared, which was 25 years almost in law enforcement. Wonderful career. Glad it's over. And man, I kind of feel like me again. And my wife was even like, this is like the person I met 10 years ago. You know, like I'm seeing more and more of that person. I thought, well, shit, wait till I get back to the person I was 20 years ago. You ain't even fucking ready for that. So we had a blast. We had a great time. And I feel like, I promise I'm not any lighter, but by God, if I don't feel lighter, but I'm still just as fat. But that's another problem I'll address down the road too. Or not. Fuck it. I don't care. Who cares? I ain't got a PT test anymore. No worries. So I can drink soda. Promise, not beer today. Although I do drink a lot of beer still. Well, not a lot. Every now and then, a little bit of beer. Football season, a lot of beer. All right, so let's go ahead and start updating these clutches. If you wonder why I'm talking so much, it's because, like I said, they're small clutches, and I've got to fill airtime. So, Caleb, bring on down clutch number 14, which is a pied to a pied. And I don't have my computer here with me on. I'll get it. I guess I can figure that out. While you're doing that, I'll tell you the exact egg count and exactly what we had. But I can tell you we only have 2 babies. I believe that was the egg count, but I would like to share how many slugs we had. Now, this is the first little pied, and I really want to talk about this pied a lot. Somebody pooped on it. It wasn't me. It did it itself. It's got a little streak right there of urate. So what I really want to talk about this is, it's really simple. Someone look at this and go, are you sure it's a pied? It looks like it doesn't even have a complete ringer. This is a pied, okay? So the amount of white is really random in a pied. So when you're going to identify pied, don't just look for the white. Obviously, when you have a whole bunch of white, that's pretty simple, right? But in this situation, we're not having that. So why do we know it's a pied? It's all in the pattern. The orange, that black, that pattern, that is a pied pattern snake. This is not a het. If you breed this, it will pass pied on to every single baby. I promise. It is definitely a pied. So that is what it is. 100% guaranteed visual pied. Just one of the lowest white pieds we've ever produced. So when you look at it though, some people like high white, some people like low white, some people like, come here buddy. There you go. You can see the white coming up through there and there a little bit, all through there. So you can definitely tell it's there, but that's going to be all of it. It's on the sides a little bit, but you also get that beautiful orange color all the way through. So I dig it. It's a cool snake. Is this my favorite style of pied? No. I like mine about 50-50. I'll hand that one back to you. For the record, that is a little male. We'll look at the next one. But for some, that's exactly what they want. And that's what's so great about pieds. People love high white. Some people love low white. Some people love mid white. Everybody's kind of got their own thing that they're looking for. So what do we have in this clutch? Well, this clutch actually did have 6 eggs. This is one of the clutches that did struggle for us. We didn't lose any babies. What we did lose was 4 eggs. We had 4 eggs that went bad early on and 2 eggs that stayed good. These are the offspring from the 2 eggs that stayed good. This pied is a little more my style. As you can see, it's got a lot of white there, and then a break, and then a white, then a little white tip at the tail. If this was perfect for me, I'd have a white block there and a white block there. Then this would be what I would consider like the perfect pied. But instead, we don't have that. We just got the back end. I find when you're breeding pieds, even though the white is random, for me, in just my experience, maybe yours varies, I see a lot more white in the back of the pied. Less pieds tend to have white up here up front than they do starting about midsection and back. So when you get them with the white up here, that's what I really like. but it's more common to have heavier white in the back of the snake. If you want a lot of white, there are certain genes you can mix in to guarantee that outcome. Spider being one. You'll make an all white snake, or a snake with a patterned and colored head and a white body is the most common thing you'll make. But this is a lot more my flavor of pied. Again, I like mine ringed, so if I could have that ring there and that ring there, I'd be really, really happy, especially if I could have one more right up there. But I also like when the tip of the tail is white like that, like you get this kind of pattern going, that kind of does it for me. So really, really cool animal. Give you that one back. And that was our 2 pieds from clutch 14. So that was probably our worst clutch for eggs. Just 4 of them went bad. Not sure exactly what happened. Sometimes it can just be that male's really proven. And honestly, that female's been proven for us and had a good clutch before. So I don't know if it was just something in their development or what, but everything else in the incubator's been doing really good. The next clutch, we only had 2 eggs. As a matter of fact, I listed as 2 eggs, 1 possible slug, and 1 slug. So we had 4, but 2 of them were slugs. A possible slug was bigger, but looked like a slug, and 1 full slug. So 2 healthy, viable eggs, both hatched. It was a ghost to a lesser spider ghost. And if you've been with us for a while, you remember me bitching about the clutch that never was, where the lesser spider ghost bred another female that's a ghost lesser of ours. I think it was a ghost lesser. And we had a slug out. She laid all slugs. She's a very well-proven female. She doesn't do that. So we kind of put that on the male. Here, he got 2 out of 4, so we'll take it. But these are clutches that Caleb cut too. Yes. So this is all his work, and this is one of the ghosts. And as you can see, this is a really nice ghost. Looks great. If I didn't tell you the other pied was also a male. This is also a male. So Caleb went 3 snakes, 3 males. On the pieds, there's only 1 outcome. It was pieds. Here, he could have hit ghost. He could have hit lesser ghost. He could have hit spider ghost, lesser spider ghost. He had a straight ghost male. So you had literally hit the worst thing possible, which I like ghosts, so it's still pretty cool. Bring me the next one, though. Let's see if he did any better. So what do you guys think? Caleb do better on the next one, or did he do the same? Only time will tell. Unless you watch the clutch cutting, then you probably already know the answer. And, oh my God, he did the exact same. This is actually another ghost. And it's also a fucking male, Caleb.
I know.
What were you doing?
It was horrible. I didn't know what even to say on the live, because I'm like, oh yeah, we're looking, it's a ghost.
Listen, my vacation was actually supposed to be 2.5 months. But after he cut 2 clutches and hit nothing but males with no genes, I came back early. Yeah. No, I'm full of shit. I came back because I was out of money. It was only supposed to be a month. Anyway, but this is a really nice ghost. I dig ghost. Ghost to me, so here's the thing, guys. Ghost is an old recessive. It's been around. It's one of the earliest recessives that we have to play with. You know, Exanthic is old. Ghost is old. Believe it or not, Clown's pretty old. Clown is not new. Most of the things that we even think of like have had that resurgence. Desert Ghost, also not new. Not as old as Ghost, but not new. So Ghost or Hypo, or whatever you want to call it, it's old. But I think it's still slept on. And I think what has happened to Ghost is when it first came out, man, it was a really hot to trot kind of thing. It was before my time. And people were putting in everything like they do now with a new recessive, right? But then all these things started coming out. And some of these old recessives kind of got overlooked because we kept hitting these incomplete dominants. There was a rush to make these supers. There was a rush to do this. And I still feel like ghosts can be put in a lot of things and make really, really beautiful snakes. So if you don't have hypo, get it. And start mixing into your collection in ways that's going to make something pretty and find new ways to use it or ways that hasn't been used in a long time. And you're going to be really happy with results. If you're just breeding to chase the almighty dollar and you want the most the most money you can out of a single gene recessive, yeah, ghost probably isn't going to be that. But whatever you buy won't be that in 4 years anyway, because that's the market changes. However, I could actually see Ghost having a resurgence in price. When I say resurgence, it's not going to do what Clown did on Resurgence or Desert Ghost did. But can it resurge from where it is to a higher level if we make some cool shit with it? Yeah, it can. It's never going to be crazy, but it can definitely... I thought you were going to pop me for a second. Glad you chose not to. You chose wisely. But it can definitely go up in value a bit because they are gorgeous. Let me put that one back. All right, guys, that is it. Clutch 14 and 15, a whopping 2 eggs. When I do clutch 16 here in a few minutes, I promise I will have more than that for you because, well, that just wasn't very many eggs now, was it? Kurt, any questions?
No.
Caleb, any questions?
Nope.
All right, guys, that's all we got. You saw 2 pies, you saw 2 ghosts, and you listened to me talk to make this video long enough to post. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.